Hello. Today we will sew a blouse shirt for the Amigas doll from Paola Reina. Shirt with real stand-up collar and patch pockets. This shirt will fit many 32 or 34 centimeters or 12-14-inch dolls. Pattern link in description. We need a pattern. Cotton fabric. Hot melt interlining for fabric. Elastic thread to be wound on a bobbin. Cut one part of the back with a fold. 2 symmetrical front pieces. Immediately mark the pocket and fastening lines. Cut out the sleeves and mark the highest point. Glue 2 pieces of fabric with fleeceoing. From these pieces cut out 2 racks and 2 collars. Cut the allowances on 3 sides of the vort cut and transfer the contour to the wrong side of one of the parts. Put the details of the collar face to face and sew along the contour. Cut off all corners at a distance of 1 millimeter from the seam. Cut allowances 2 millimeters from the edge. Make cuts. Turn right side out and iron well. It is very important to iron every seam. Top stitch the collar. Mark the middle of the collar and the middle of the 2 stand pieces. Put the parts of the rack face to face so that the collar is between them, aligning the marks of the middle, and so on. Cut off all corners at a distance of 1 millimeter from the seam. On all rounded sections, make cuts not reaching the seam 1 millimeter. Turn right side out and iron well. The stand also needs to be top stitch. Again, we take a small piece of fabric pasted over with a thermo-adhesive sheet. Align the edge. Iron 1/2 centimeter and sew. Cut off 2 small pieces and put them face to face. On the upper piece, transfer the contours of the pocket. Precisely along the contour, lay the stitch on the sewing machine. Fasteners are not necessary. Cut off excess fabric at a distance 2 mm from the edge. Cut off all corners at a distance of 1 mm from the seam. Turn right side out and iron very well. Rip the stitch and get 2 pockets. Focus on the markup to sew pockets to the front details. Glue the fastener line with hot melt adhesive. Overlock front edge. Iron the front edge half the width of the markup. Sew shoulder seams. Iron on the side of the back and top stitch. Mark the middle of the collar stand and the middle of the back. Align the marks and sew the collar to the neck. The edges of the collar must be wrapped with a front detail along the ironing line. Overcast the edge. Overcast the bottom edge of the sleeves. Bend the bottom 2 cm and iron. Hem sleeves. Insert the bobbin with the thread into the sewing machine. Thread the needle with regular thread. Top stitch the bottom of the sleeve 5 or 6 times to make cuffs. Align the mark of the highest point of the sleeve in the shoulder seam and sew the sleeve into the armhole. Overlock side seams and sleeve seams. The bottom edges also need to be overcast. Bend the bottom edges by 2 cm and iron. Fold the front edge over to the right side and sew short stitches along the fold line of the front edge. Sew the seam of the sleeve and the side seam to the mark. Iron the side seams. Fold the bottom edge to the front side and hem with short stitches along the line of the ironed side seam, just like the front parts. Hem the sides of the front in the same way. Turn right side out, iron well. And stitch the front and bottom edges. It remains only to sew the clasp. It can be buttons or Velcro. I chose Velcro. I sewed on very small pieces. This fastener is not visible at all, and decorative buttons can be sewn on top. More interesting projects in my blog on BOOSTTY.